But baseball players got fat asses, huh?
What?
Is that a crazy thing to notice?
A little bit.
I don't know if what next game you watch, just
Indianapolis, Shawn Dick and Cheese.
welcome back, Stamp Tramps, to Attempted Delivery. We got a very spot. Why do I always want to say we have a special episode? I don't know why I want to start it.
All of our episodes are special.
They are all special. They are all very special.
Now, is that short bus special or?
Yeah, that's what I meant. What else does that mean? Does that mean other things?
It can.
It's very special. Yeah. We just celebrated 200 episodes. That's why it's special. We are at 201.
Nice.
Hell yeah. A very fun episode. Shout out to Zach Jack right off the bat. Let's just get that out of the way. He made that fantastic super cut.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
That was hilarious. And I couldn't remember if we talked about him in the 200th episode, but I feel like we did.
His name probably came up.
It probably came up.
Because I might have brought up Brooks being on his episode or on his podcast.
Possibly.
Raised by Television.
Raised by Television. Check it out. Yeah, it was so funny. I hope he used AI. He didn't actually listen to every episode of our podcast to find when we mentioned him.
Just did it in real time, like, oh, they mentioned me, and like recorded it real quick.
Well, yeah, at the end of the video, if you're wondering what we're talking about on the social media, you can find a video he sent me and I posted for just a super cut of Zach Jack Moreau. Fucking putting so many different clips of us talking about him.
Morrow or Moreau?
I thought it was Moreau because I think that's
This
Jewish
episode
name.
has to be titled "The Island of Dr. Morrow" or Moreau. I mean, that's 2 minutes in and we got the episode title already. All right,
hell yeah, we're cooking. Yeah. We're fucking cooking. I said fuck 5 times already. I'm doing great. With bone marrow. Like the bone that Moreau. All right, let's focus up.
I gotta ask, were the Steelers so bad that you didn't even switch teams? You switched leagues? You switched sports?
I'm glad you brought it up. I switched sports. I'm so sick of the Steelers organization that I'm like...
You got the hat, you got the jersey.
Can you tell I've been watching baseball? There's kind of the bit. I'm like, I got this today.
Fully leaning.
Yeah, it showed up today, and I'm like, perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Nice.
Obviously, I'm a Pittsburgh sports fan, but after it's been in like the back of my mind to like I should get into baseball. After that, I don't know did you watch any of the World Series last year?
The last game, I think.
Same.
Yeah.
The last game was like insanely exciting.
I remember watching a lot of baseball growing up. I played it.
What position?
I liked it.
Doggy.
Just because I do. Just because I do that with you. Why are you trying to typecast me? No. I sucked a lot, so they stuck me in the outfield.
That's a harder position, isn't it? No, I guess not.
The one time they let me pitch, I was a little wild, but like I like threw like some heat, like not saying, but like I was so out of practice because I begged them all season, and then they waited till a nothing game.
Yeah.
And then I started pitching, and I was like not the most accurate, but like
it's better.
Yeah,
just it's wild. No idea what's going on.
I was just throwing as hard as I could, and the other team's coach, like actually after a while, like I started doing this. He was like, "Your pitcher's arm's getting tired there." Like I think they wanted me, like the other team wanted me out of there.
That's funny.
Whether or not I was good or they just feared for their batters' lives is, who knows.
You just keep hitting batters.
I didn't hit anybody. There was one or two close calls, but I actually did fairly well.
Yeah.
But it was just I had to beg all season for it. Mm-hmm.
Just like he begs me for it.
Yeah.
And I dress like this.
I actually grew up liking Pittsburgh teams too because I had being a Greek family, I have family in every city that you can name, but a major part of my family is in Pittsburgh, so I grew up loving the Penguins.
Yeah.
Pirates.
Yeah, Penguins are in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean have they ever not been?
Oh, yeah, I think they've been bad for a few years.
Really?
Which
Really?
it's so fun. So it's like I said, it's been in like the back of my head for like quite some time. Ever since that World Series that I just happened to catch this Game 7 of, it was like, this is insane. This is like so good, and I didn't even understand anything. And I'm like, all right, I need to start watching. I want to get into like baseball. Why not at least try or whatever? And so like a few weeks ago, I was like, all right, I think I'm going to get into it. And I was even talking to Lori. I'm like, I mean, the Pirates have sucked for like a bunch of years recently. I don't know how many because I don't watch. But
Pretty much forever.
really? Have they always been?
There were some. I think there were some.
Barry Bonds played for the Pirates.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. It was like rookie year, I think.
Yeah, that was the era where I.
Yeah, and I think he left the Pirates and then made history, but like whatever, we don't need to talk about that. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna start watching, and I was like, yeah, I was like just saying to Lori, I'm like, that sucks that they suck or whatever, but like I'm gonna, and she's like, well, you don't have to be a Pirates fan. I'm like, yes, I do. I can't be a Pittsburgh.
Says the Giants fan.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's a Yankees fan and shit, so she's
Right,
you know. And I'm like, yeah, you're a Giants fan and a Yankees fan. That makes sense. You're from New Jersey. Yes, I have to I can't like the Steelers and then root for the Yankees. That's insane. I used to like the Yankees just in theory because I like Jay-Z. So it's like the Yankee hat, you know what I mean?
Not even any Yankee player. Just
Nope. I mean, I also don't love the fact that they're just like a dynasty because of money.
Right.
So it's like that. I don't love that. I don't like it. The same thing. Like if I started watching the NBA, I'm not going to pick the Lakers. That's insane. They get to like just dump money on their team.
Right.
Of course they're good. You know what I mean? But she's like, you could switch teams. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to fully prepared to watch just a losing season. I'm like, I'm going to root for the Pirates because that's the right thing to do. And I'm just going to be disappointed. It's not a big deal. We're doing fantastic. I don't know if you know this. We're doing great. Like we are killing it. I swear it's not a bandwagon. It just so happens that I start watching this year.
And you show up in a full your full dress yellows. Like
Yep, alt uniform and everything. Not even I thought that was hilarious. I was so happy this showed up today.
Nice.
But yeah, and I even bought this hat before I started watching baseball because I don't like, as much as I like the Steelers, I don't love the circle. I don't like the aesthetic because they just do like the classic Coca-Cola thing where they're always the same. They don't get new shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, whatever. So I'm like, well, I'll wear a Pittsburgh hat because I don't have any like Steelers hats.
I gotta say, Pittsburgh colors, black and yellow, is pretty awesome.
It is well, guess what's better? Pirates colors because they embrace the gold and it's not hideous yellow.
Right.
I don't like the Bumblebee Steelers uniforms. They're hideous. But yeah, I just started watching them and like, so I watched a couple games and I'm like, are they good? Like I thought they were bad. Like, even in the game, they're talking about like, yeah, they were second worst in the end. Like they were like literally like second worst in runs last year. I think I saw that statistic, and I'm like, and we played like and it wasn't the first series, but I think it was the second series against the Cincinnati Reds, and we like did well, and I'm like, what's going on? So there's somebody we work with that's really into baseball, and I said to him, I'm like, hey man, are the Pirates good or do the Reds just suck? And he's like, no, you guys look great. Like out of nowhere. Like I guess that organization likes to improve instead of being the same for 10 years.
Baseball does feel less like, I know that was a whole thing like in the last couple football seasons. Like, is it rigged for gambling? Sure. Is it like manipulated or massaged in some way? Like baseball does feel a little more pure. Well, because there's, I mean, the officiating
matters less.
It's still there, but yeah, it affects less, and it's way more egregious when it happens. If there's just like a way outside ball that you call a strike.
Well, and they can challenge now. Do you know that?
Yeah. So
I like it.
Yeah, even when I liked baseball, watching it on TV was like it felt a little tedious. But going to the games is awesome. Like we should go to an Orioles game.
For sure. And also, first off, way less money.
Yeah.
Second, they. What was I gonna say? First off, it's way nicer to like lose a game and be like, oh, okay, there's 1,000. It's so much. I do get that is like a good thing for the NFL is because it's high stakes. So you're like on the edge of your seat the whole time.
There's only a handful of games versus how baseball's like 164.
No idea. I still don't know that. I'm new. I just started watching.
I'm sure it's changed since I feel like it's like 164.
It's so many games. And it's like every day.
Right.
Dude, I've missed like 2 games this whole season. I just like it's just a random whim that I started watching. I'm like, oh, the season's starting. I talked to that guy we work with, and he's like, yeah, if you have T-Mobile, you can get the MLB ticket for free. I'm like, are you serious? I'm so glad I randomly brought this up to you because
you don't have to buy YouTube TV
Yeah. Well, you do, but I tried to get a VPN and then like get into like using a VPN for the Pirates games. And I think I like locked my phone into a VPN wormhole because it wouldn't let me watch the games anyway because MLB's like real strict with VPNs. So then I'm like, fuck it. I got rid of the VPN. But now I can just watch the Pirates games on the MLB website. Like I have to do the desktop website and then screen mirror it to my TV. But it's been working.
So you don't have to pirate the Pirates games?
Yeah, nice. Nice.
I suck at this.
I know, I wanted to let that breathe. Or gasp. I wanted to let that gasp. Shout out Dad. But yeah, I'm super psyched, and it's sick because dude, it took me like I don't know 3 YouTube videos about pitching and about like the intricacies, and I'm like, oh, this is way more engaging than I thought it was.
Yeah,
it's like not even like I've been watching it on TV and I'm hooked I'm like so into it. So I'm psyched. I don't have to watch football anymore.
I love the concept of the pitch clock. Like I love the fact that they're trying to like move it along a little bit. That
helps. And like it's sick. It's like a one-on-one battle every at bat.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm like deep in. Yeah, I'm like so into baseball now. I'm like, this is fantastic. I don't have to like hang. It's set with 17 games. It's like, dude, this like every loss feels like are we just like it could literally change the season. Just 2 losses, and then forget division rivalries where it's like, oh, we lost twice to the Ravens. Great, now we're fucked. Like now we have to like fight to get into the wild card and all this. Where it's like, yeah, it's more relaxed. I don't know. Yeah, it's easy enough. It's like easier to follow. Like I've been watching the games while I'm working. Like there was a couple noon games or whatever, 12:30, and I could like pretty much pay attention accurately while I'm delivering mail. It's like,
but if you miss one, you didn't miss like 5 to 10% of the season for your team. Like
exactly. Yeah, and then it's actually, and it's fucking exciting. Like it still comes down to the wire because you can score like fucking 10. I mean, you can score like 5 to 10 runs in 1 inning.
Right.
So it's like oh man, I'm like all in on this. This is awesome. Yeah, so that's my life the last couple of weeks.
Hell yeah.
Just been watching baseball. Fucking full dad mode. I don't even have kids.
Kind of makes me want to start watching it again.
Honestly, it's worth it because you, like I said, you can watch, and then I'm pretty good at not seeing the scores. So like if I miss a game in the evening, I've been like watching it at work the next day and just putting it on my phone, sitting it on the mail tray while I'm delivering mail, and it's like I can get to the game and not see the score. Okay, so it's like, oh hell yeah, this is like working out great.
Here's the real question: have you started gambling on it yet?
No, I haven't. I don't. Not yet. We're gonna go with yet.
Not yet.
I don't know. I don't know what even type of. I don't know what type of bets there are in baseball. I do see it being a little bit more convoluted because I'm sure it's more like, hey, how many RBIs is fucking O'Neal Cruz gonna get? But yeah, and then we got just watching. Like I watched a couple. I'm like, and it's just funny because I'm just talking to this dude we work with. I'm like, dude, fucking Paul Skeens is a dog. He's like, yeah, he's incredible. Like, that's like the big player right now.
Alrighty.
Just a couple days ago, he pitched like damn near a no-hitter. I mean, and like, we got like a lot of like new players. Like, we just signed this dude, Connor. I bought his jersey. This isn't it. This is a different guy's jersey. I'm all in, dude. I bought the pre-order of this kid's jersey. He's like a 19-year-old rookie. They just signed for like $140 million for 9 years. This kid's 19.
How at 19 are you good at anything?
Dude, this
Fucking-
kid.
what
This
the
kid
fuck
is
did I
fucking
do with my
I
life?
know, right? I know, right? I wasn't good at anything until comedy. No, not that yet.
I was good at guitar by 19, but not good enough for anybody to give me money for it.
When'd you start?
Like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was good.
Yeah, dude, this kid.
Nobody was paying me money to do
Yeah,
it.
and this kid plays shortstop, and he is athletic as fuck. And it's like, even if he bats like an idiot, he's probably worth the money just on defense.
Wow.
I mean, it's sick. It's really exciting to watch. And apparently, this is the first year they've been good for quite some time. It's like, oh wow, look at what happens when an organization focuses on young players. Aaron Rodgers. And right now, I'm like, it's sick because I'm like, I don't even really care how the Steelers do now. This is fantastic. I get to I'm like, I should have branched out a long time ago.
Right.
The Penguins are in the playoffs. I should be watching hockey too. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do if I started watching the NBA. I still can't see getting into the basketball though.
Yeah,
It seems so fucking repetitive. And I'm saying that as somebody who's been watching baseball games for the last 3 weeks. But no, I'm pretty hyped about it. That's the best thing in my life right now is baseball. Yeah, besides that, I haven't been doing shit. I have been redoing the what's it called? We're moving into a spare bedroom. So we've been like redoing that bedroom. And
how come? Is it just
it's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lori brought up the idea. She's like, we could move into like Sarah's old bedroom or whatever. And I'm like,
though
okay.
you do have the bathroom connected to yours.
No, it's separate.
Huh?
Yeah.
I thought you had to go through your bedroom to get to the bathroom.
Nah, the second floor is just small.
Okay.
It's not one of those.
I could have sworn. Maybe I was just going through your bedroom for other reasons.
Yeah, well, we were there for a few hours, but doggy style. No, it's just up at the top of the stairs, and then
okay.
Yeah, and that's been like kind of the cat's bedroom. So we had to we ripped the carpet up and stuff, and just had to spray. That enzyme stuff is amazing, because it's not like the cats would just pee anywhere, but it was like there was a litter pan in the corner, so they miss and shit like that. But we took the carpet out and then just sprayed that enzyme stuff.
They can land on their feet from like 200 feet up, and
they can't fucking piss right. A box bigger
that
than
they're
them.
standing in there.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's almost like they're trying not to.
Yeah.
But baseball players got fat asses, huh?
What?
Is that a crazy thing to notice?
A little bit.
I don't know if next game you watch, just pay a little bit of attention. It's like, man, I always heard that as like a joke. That
now we know why you're watching. You're like, God.
I always heard that's a joke that like women would say about like sports players in general, like football players, baseball players and shit. But
you're like, finally, it's not hidden under all these pads.
Exactly it. That was just an intrusive thought. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, the bedroom. So we've been remodeling the bedroom or whatever, and it was sick. Speaking of using AI or whatever, so I took like pictures of the room, and I was like, "All right, ChatGPT, let's do this. I'm redoing the room. What colors? What like?" And it literally like designed the room, didn't design the room, but it was like, all right, what are you looking for? And I'm like, well, maybe darker because it's a bedroom, so you want like darker. So it like gave different color swatches. So it literally took the image of the room and changed the colors of the walls. And then I was like, well, what would this look like if we painted the drop ceiling tiles like black? And then whatever, it rendered that image. Like, this is fucking sick.
That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. So I used that to like figure out what colors to get, and then went to Home Depot and we're looking at the paints, and I was like consulting ChatGPT. I didn't say anything. It always seems like whenever you don't want people to be helpful, they're helpful. Like when you go to Home Depot and everybody wants to help you, it's like, no, I know what I want.
Right.
And it made me very happy. They don't know, because they don't know I was using the power of $9 million of data centers to figure this out. But
and how many hundreds of gallons of water and
yeah, I burn a hole in the ozone layer designing this bedroom. But so we picked like the paint and stuff, and I was just like, all right, so what? Bare paint. Go to Home Depot or
how
whatever.
many interior designers are just like have a worthless degree right now?
They should have known better. Come on, interior design. You thought you were going to make millions on that? You better move to New York or LA if you want to make millions on interior design. Actually,
start designing data centers is what you should do.
Yeah, lake or a river. That's it. That's it's designed. But no, it was just really nice. It was really funny to go to Home Depot and like 2 or 3 people came by to like, hey, do you guys need any help or something? We're in like the paint aisle looking at it. I'm like, no, we're good. Mm-hmm. And then we went to check out. And this might have been like a she's a woman thing. I'm not the offensive one in this.
Okay.
This might have been like a she's a woman thing, but I forget what I went to go get. I went somewhere else in the oh, that's right, to go get molding to get because we're going to we painted the drop ceiling tiles black, and then we're going to do dark walls. So you kind of want to separate that with like maybe some like crown molding or something to the light in between. So we wanted that white to block, so it's not all that dark in one place.
Right, a little contrast.
Yeah. Also ChatGPT's recommendation. And I went to go get that, and Lori said when she went to take the paint to the guy to mix it, he was like kind of like, oh, well, you want to make sure you get the right paint. This is a really dark color you're choosing. And she's like, yeah, and then sat the paint on the thing, and he's like, oh, okay, and then like put it into the computer to make sure it was. I guess the computer will tell you like you shouldn't use this can with this color or whatever. And no, it was right, because the data centers, about $1 billion of technology helped redesign my bedroom. So, but it was just funny because she said afterwards he was kind of like, oh, well, you want to blah, blah, blah. And then, like, when he put it in, it all checked out and stuff. It's like, yeah, we didn't need you. It's okay. But yeah.
You're obsolete now too, motherfucker.
Yep, you're out of a job. Which is always funny when they try. I respect it, especially because it used to be better, where, like, you would consult those people. But I guess, I don't know, I'm walking around in a Thrasher hat. They're probably like, oh, this fucking kid doesn't know what he's doing. But no, AI did.
Nice.
I know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, because then we were also looking for, this was actually the time before, or it might have been the same trip, but we were looking for like tools to, and again, these people act like, I mean, listen, we appreciate the help when it's needed, but like these people like Home Depot, they were just like, well, yeah, you want to like, well, yeah, they like think they know everything. And we went to get this tool. We wanted a specific tool to pull up the staples and then the, the strips of these wooden strips you put down when you put carpet down.
Right.
And they, you nail them to the floor, and then you put the carpet sticks to them through like spikes.
Right.
And we had to rip that up, and we already looked at like this guy was like, well, you don't want that. You want like a pry bar and stuff like that. We knew what tools we wanted because we looked up YouTube videos. We looked up YouTube videos of some dude who knows way more than we do of exactly how to rip up this carpet effectively. And they're like trying to help. It's like, no, we need this. And they're like, well, that's not going to work for that. It's like, yes, it is. we already looked at some dude who made 150 million views on his YouTube video of how to tear up a floor or how to tear up carpet and then pull the staples effectively out of the hardwood. It's like, dude, we're all obsolete. None of us mean anything anymore.
I was about to make the point that I think you're part of the problem.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not helping. I mean, it is what it is. But it was just funny that they were like, if we would have listened to them, it would have taken us an extra day to rip up the carpet. And then we never even found, like, it wasn't even in the right section. We found it later in a different section with, like, staplers, where these, like, staple pulling things.
Right.
And it's just this little tool. It's like $9, and it perfectly pulls all the staples out. It was like, yeah, you guys, you're not helpful. And then if you go for something that you actually
So what Shawn is saying is that you can ignore an expert's advice and get all the information that you need on YouTube.
Not wrong. When it's right, it's right. And when it's wrong, you die of syphilis. No. Yeah, so that's been my last few weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, and my dad died and stuff, but that was besides the point.
I was wondering if
That's
you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not entertaining. So, yeah, we got to reschedule an episode with Joe Ahmed.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Was that the worst thing that happened from that experience?
That Home Depot thing? That was really annoying. You're right. No, and again, right on our anniversary, right when it's like every time we record an episode of this podcast with Drew Brooks. I'm out of parents, so I don't know what's. Maybe we shouldn't have him on anymore. You got two. They're healthy.
Which is wild because I'm 10 years older than you, and
yeah, it's funny. Yeah,
mine are still kicking.
They're probably still younger than my parents were anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was older. I was an accident clearly, but
fair.
Yeah.
I'm not an accident. I'm a regret. I gotta fucking write that down. That's a bit.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I don't know which is worse.
It's pretty comparable, actually.
Yeah.
The regret, there's still regret. It's just your regret or their regret.
Right.
Yeah,
because you could be like, he was a happy accident. For me, it's like it was a regret, or like, oh, you did that on purpose. Like,
yeah. I wasn't a regret when I was conceived. I was a regret when the way I turned out. I was a regret 20 years later when I started working for the post office. Yeah. But yeah, it's been my few weeks.
Nice. I'm thinking about a new job.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not to go all postal and everything, but like
any efforts to not go postal, you're looking for a new job.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do anything impulsive.
Well,
so I mean, it has benefits and all that kind of thing, but without getting too into the weeds, I'm in a situation where like my route is getting cut and I'm going to be making 10 grand less a year for doing like a little bit less work. Like it's not proportionate, at least in my view.
Yeah, but hopefully they figure it out. I mean, we're not going to get in the weeds, but hopefully they do differently and they'll figure some shit out and it's not as bad. Because it might not be as bad. Sometimes it's not. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, if I end up on the news like that fucking toilet paper warehouse.
I didn't know. You said that in text. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't remember the name of the company. Maybe look
Probably
it up.
Better.
Yeah.
You want me to look it up?
Yeah, look it up while I'm talking, because when I look up stuff, the podcast comes to a fucking dead stop. So
between you looking stuff up and me trying to remember movies.
But yes, so in the same vein as like Luigi and like some, I think the peasants are starting to protest.
We'll see. They always say that, but then there's fucking MLB season's coming up. And
this was wild. Like, so I don't.
You said it was a toilet paper factory.
It was a paper products, but I don't know if it was. It was one of the big brands, but
okay.
I'm just blanking. I don't on who it was.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't condone violence. But like property damage, like fucking go for it.
Yeah. Well, you said it was arson.
Yeah. So this guy, his employee, he like is doing his shift, and then like it goes on break, and then just films himself fucking torching these paper products. And this is like I don't remember the scope of the size of the warehouse, but it's like it would be like it was something.
Well, it was a 1.2 million square foot paper goods warehouse.
Yeah, it was something like 17 city blocks or something.
Jeez, that's crazy.
It was huge, and it cost like
it looks gnarly. Yeah,
millions of dollars of damage. And he kept saying all you had to do was pay us a fair wage or something like that. Like,
yeah.
So I'm not condoning violence, or I'm not
Celebrating
condoning
it either.
anything like this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I wouldn't necessarily be sad if it happened.
Yeah. Well, and you can understand it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's right. I just understand the sentiment behind it. Same with Luigi.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what he did was right,
Uh-huh.
but I understand the anger and the sentiment behind it. It's
You'd
like
think they'd give more bread in circus. Well, I don't think we need circus. Circus there's enough circus, but
well, I mean,
bread,
a lot of people say that's what football is.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they got you with baseball. Maybe baseball's like.
It's very interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna. That doesn't make me feel better, but it's just fun to watch. Yeah, it's not gonna make me stay till retirement. You know what I mean? But
Right.
yeah, no, it's not great. Plus, who even knows? AI is probably gonna take everybody's job. So
Yeah.
Some of the people. I mean, it seems like people keep talking about like there's gonna have to be like a universal basic income or something. You know what I mean? Because like if you think of all the jobs that it will probably take, I mean, if you can't like manage stuff, like you got to be able to manage the AI or whatever. But like there's so many, you know, like we'll be the last ones to go compared to like UPS and FedEx.
Right.
Because their job is simpler in theory or whatever. So it's like as soon as drones can deliver those packages, but I can play video. We can both play video games, so we might have drone operator jobs.
True.
Yeah. So I don't know. We might be fine. We'll see.
No, I don't know. I'm partial to fucking games from 40 years ago, so you'll probably be fine.
You just be bad at it. Yeah, you'll still get a job. You'll just be terrible.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's plenty of those at the post office.
Yeah.
So like,
all of them. These people with the fucking like the
I'll be a DEI hire
for being old. These like the Amazon like Flex and stuff. I mean the people delivering packages out of like Honda Accords and shit they're really bad at it. They seem terrible, so who knows? I mean,
yeah, I'll deliver a whole neighborhood of mail and packages, and they are like still fumbling around in the same neighborhood. Like,
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, in like a fucking Nissan Altima or something. It's like, dude, how is this effective at all? They must not be paying them well. I don't think they do. I think they get like X amount of money, and then they go to do like the route or whatever, and they don't get a lot done, I don't think. So who knows? Yeah. So that's depressing.
So let's see. We have no future. What else? What's next?
I've been thinking about working on this like this spare bedroom and stuff. I've been thinking about like trying to maybe like save up money and maybe like try to flip a house or something and try to because it's like I don't hate doing that kind of stuff. I did fuck up some of the molding, like some of the measurements. I measure twice, cut once, but like I still fucked up some of it.
Right.
So that stuff is annoying, but that comes with like a lack of experience doing it. So like besides that aggravation, when I fuck something up and I'm like, God damn it, I might have to go get more molding.
How many times though do you hire somebody and they fuck it up?
I don't know.
It's like you're supposed to be the fucking expert on the like.
There's no technical barrier. There's no like, you don't have to be certified, but like you don't have to be like great to. Because I've had people work on our house and do stuff, and it's like, well, that was mid.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we paid you to do that.
You're more paying for the convenience than the expertise.
That's
like
exactly
it's just
what
like
you're paying
literally, yeah.
Because anybody can just be a contractor
Right.
in most cases. Now, specialty stuff like electrician, that stuff, you know what I mean? They know what they're doing in that field. But like,
But even that, I'm glad that you brought that up, because on Saturday you weren't there. MedEd apparently, so they're doing a ton of work on our post office. We got a whole bunch of offices from far away are consolidating into our office. They're doing a lot of work in the parking lot to expand it. I guess they're adding lights and maybe stations for electric vehicles and that kind of thing. So I show up to work on Saturday and everyone is outside. And I'm like, what is happening? Like I was like, is this like a fire drill or what is happening?
Yeah.
Apparently there was no power inside.
Jeez.
And
it's so crazy that I was off for that.
you miss all the good shit.
Apparently, yeah.
And
I'm still upset about that dog. I'm still upset about the man in the dog costume showing you the dangers of animals.
right. So yeah, somebody said, yeah, the power is out. So apparently Meta came out to shut out off the power for the people working on the power line, just shut off the power to the entire building.
That's so
funny.
funny.
We didn't know if we were going to work at all. And ended up like they just like brought mail out of the building and like we just took what we had and went. But I don't know. I didn't want to derail too much from what you were saying. It was just hilarious that you brought up maybe not electric. It's like, well, I don't know.
Well, somebody said, hey, shut it off. And they're like, say less. He's shutting it all off. Nobody's getting shocked today. Yeah, that is funny. But yeah, I've been thinking about like trying to like save up because, one of my neighbors, which could make me fucking sick. So one of like literally not the next door, but the next door, like 2 doors down. They like I think the dad died or went into a home. I forget. And then so they like they estate or whatever, they sold the house. And I found out, so like it was, like I said, it was 2 doors down, and this house in particular it was just like it was a smaller house, and it had like a nice big like garage in the backyard. And we live close together. Like we don't live far from each other. And I found out, and I wish I didn't even find this out, but I guess they sold the house like as quickly as possible, which I understand. I understand that. Like they don't want to deal with the market, and the house needed so much updating and shit like that. But they sold the house for like, I forget what it was. It was like 100 and something thousand. And this is I think it's either a 2 or a 3 bedroom house in this area.
That's wild.
Insanely low.
It seems like they could have sold it quickly, even
probably
not like completely whoring it out.
Probably.
Like, it's such a seller's market.
I mean, it's less now.
Well, yeah.
It is evening out. It's not like during the pandemic where it was an insane seller's market.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. It was definitely, and it's a good place. Like it's a good area. So they sold the house for like 100 and something thousand, and then they sold it to flippers. So they turned around and then sold it for over $300,000. And I'm like, dude, I can't even hear that. Because first off, if somebody was like, hey, this house 2 doors down from you is for sale for this amount, I could have qualified for that. I could have immediately, first off, this is what I would have done. I would have bought it, updated it, which it probably didn't take that much to update. They did it very quickly. And then I would have rented it. Because the price of rent, I could have easily made a profit. Like, it's hard to buy a house just to rent on the market because it's usually the mortgage costs. Like, if you would buy a single family home and then rent that, if you bought it at market price, you would basically go even. So it's hard to get into like that vein because you're basically you're breaking even on the mortgage and you're not making any profit.
But
so it's all risk, but they bought it for so cheap. It's like, dude, I would have bought it. I would have said, yes, take it off the market today. I'm going to pay you for this. I for sure would have got a mortgage and I would have rented it and we would have had an entire podcast studio 2 doors down from me, 15 minutes from you.
Right.
Plus an area for me to work on my cars and store shit and all kind, like, it was just like, bro, like, oh man, I wish I would have known about it. It's just made me sick that like, that was technically, I mean, I don't know how available it was to me.
Sure.
But like, had I known, I would have jumped on it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? We could have had a whole fucking podcast studio plus, plus somewhere for me to park my shitty cars.
I was going to say you could have sold 3 or 4 of your cars to get the house.
3 or 4. How dare you? Yeah. But yeah, it was just like, damn. So like, that just made me, when that happened, I was like, maybe I need to start thinking about that because, like, I don't hate doing stuff around the house, and I would hate it even less if I could make money off of it. So I'm like, maybe I'll start see what flipping because I've seen some people. You always talk shit. Yours isn't that bad, but I've seen some people flip houses, and I'm like, I can do that.
Right.
I can do that level of work. I can buy new appliances and do some shitty, you know what I mean? Like some half-ass stuff.
Deck out the kitchen because that's what sold us on this house.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, like we're not gonna have to worry about any of those appliances like that.
Yeah.
That was a huge
selling point.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's what I was like, damn, yeah. So I've been thinking about that. It's just the problem is with that is you got to have the money. You have to have cash up front because if you go with like because you have to pay like 10 to 20% up front if you're not going to live there for like a year.
Right.
I don't know if it's exactly a year, but I think you have to technically live in the house for a year if you want like an FHA loan or whatever, like a loan that's low interest and then low money up front. Like it'll be like, like, I don't know, like 6% up front or something like that, maybe even less. Sometimes I think people get away with like 3-4% up front. Like, I don't know what you guys had to pay for a down payment, but
I don't even remember off the top of my head.
yeah, but if you're not going to live there, if it's not going to be your dwelling, you can't just do that, which always feels like, oh, really? I can't get a good rate for the down payment. Why is that? Because I can't make money.
Because you're white. So.
Yeah. It's because it's an investment. They don't want anybody making money.
Right.
Because you're white. No.
But I mean, you guys do a lot of work, and you've always said your brother could like build a house from the ground up. So like,
and then her brother,
you have resources that could help with the. You wouldn't have to pay for all those services of like all the So it's it would be So I'm thinking about doing that just on the side for now or whatever, just because it seems. And also, like I said, I don't hate the work. So if I do, and it, as long as like there's light at the end of the tunnel on that front, like it's okay to just I could take like a few months to do it. Like it's not urgent as long as I know that there's the sale eventually, So that's something I've been thinking about doing. Word.
But I don't know. We'll see. It's one of those things where there's 1,000 different variations of everything. Shit I've been thinking about for years about trying to do side jobs and shit like that. So yeah, it's something I might try to look into. So we'll have a bunch of content about me fucking up a new house. If you think I'm bad at working on cars. Which you don't have to drive the house, so that's easier.
Very true. Very true.
If you fuck up fixing a car, it just won't start. You can't even do anything with it. I'm not going to be doing electrical work, so I don't have to worry about burning the house down.
You'll be able to get into that, like,
Yeah. Yeah, so what have you been up to? Feels like it's been a while. I mean, it's been a few weeks since we had a Just Me and You episode.
It has been. The kid is sick every other day because she's in school with all these other little germ bags. What else have I been up to? The work stuff. I've
been doing comedy for the last few weeks.
No, we talked about it on the episode with Lennon and Glessner. I went and did an open mic, tried some kind of half-baked premises, and with like darkness and comedy, like I like it, but I also try not to be like an edgelord and that kind of thing, and it just it made me feel a little bit better today. I was listening to Two Bears, and they were talking about how fans will be like, "Oh, I heard that on a podcast," like, and they're doing a bit on stage. They're like, "Yeah, that's where this shit comes from."
Yeah.
So I tried to do a bit about the whole Girl Scout cookies and, you know, the worst school shooting was like 30 people, but like millions of Girl Scout cookies just give arsenic, and I'd like rather the kid be a school shooter than selling Girl Scout. And I don't know. I didn't flesh it out enough, and it was just like, I don't know. I wasn't trying to be dark for darkness' sake. Like I
think that's a funny comparison.
There's a funny premise there, but just like no one was into it that night. But other than that, I did we talk about Burning Bridge?
No, I don't think so.
On the podcast, I had a killer show right up the street at Burning Bridge. It was an Earl show, and just I've been playing with for a long time how to kind of like begin my set and try to be a little more likable or whatever the fuck, and kind of like present what you're gonna see, but without being edgelordy and that kind of thing. I found a way in with my name to steal a little bit from you. You kind of open up with the name thing, and I kind of did the same thing with the Omen movies and that kind of thing. So I kind of, excuse me, found a way in there, but had a really good set that restored all of the confidence that I lost at the Zone that night. Which is kind of funny. I feel like we were talking earlier about like with the sports analogies, like baseball, there's so many games like that they don't matter as much. You can kind of look at open mics that way.
For sure.
It's like, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, yeah, that open mic sucks, but it's not going to ruin your like career. Like, no one, you know what I mean? But football, you can win or lose a season on a game. And
literally.
So shows feel a little more like that. But anyway, I just had a really good set and just kind of feeling out a little bit more about how I perform versus just like the jokes. I'm so like so focused on that I don't always like present them even how I want to or in the best way. But I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling I'm rambling now. But
well, I think one thing we could both benefit from, because it's just one of those things where you focus on the joke writing, you're not focused on the performance or like being loose. So like going up with half-baked premises is probably a dope way to get better at that.
Yeah, I mean
it's.
I know it's part of it.
If you don't know where you're going, you can. A lot of comics find out where to go. So like, I mean, I know I know the one that pops into my head is like Louis. He'll literally go. I mean, this is like one of the fucking oldest, best comics doing comedy, and he goes up and bombs his ass off at the Comedy Cellar. And if you're bombing as a world famous comedian, you're fucking probably doing it right. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of like comics that are household names that just coast on that fame instead of like working on the shit. But then you hear about some people like Chris Rock will go and bomb. He will bomb with new jokes because he's not.
I have been hesitant. Like it's also not cool because I am going to so few mics that they feel more like I've been putting too much on it. Like, oh, I have to like get something out of this versus just like being a little looser with it.
I will say you should read that that book I was telling you about, that Adam Bloom book that Kyle Ziegler gave me. Well, it's recommended. It's fucking really like we talked about it before, but it's like this dude is like, it's a very well articulated like kind of roadmap to like doing comedy or whatever. And it's a lot of the stuff is just like when you don't think about it, like when you think about like a misdirect or like a joke, like what's like one thing that I always think of is like and it's kind of like a what's it called? Like a not niche, whatever. Like a real like specific thing. But like when you have like a joke with a punchline, you want to end the joke with the punchline. Because if you say like, And then this blah 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 blah. You just fucking wasted that blah 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 doesn't even need. You need to switch like as loose as you want to be. You do kind of want to focus on the wording because you want that. You want the punchline to. They actually specifically in that book he describes it as like a balloon popping. So like when you end, if you end, there's a way to end a joke where the balloon pops at the end. That's the punchline. You get the laugh. But if you kind of allude to it and the audience sees where it's going,
You can't blow it up if it's already popped.
Yeah, like, he calls it like it's a leak.
Okay.
So it's like it's a really good. It's like all these instinctual things that we know from like writing jokes and then watching our favorite comedians do jokes and thinking about how they did that and then blah blah blah. Like you kind of like. It's like, oh, you articulated it. That puts it into perspective where you know what you're doing wrong or what you could be doing better instead of like fucking up and saying, you know, the punchline halfway through a joke, or at least you're giving it or you give it away. And the audience is just like, well, yeah, we saw it coming. You said it already, you know, just like real, like intricate shit like that. So it's a really, really good book. But I just read I skipped it. I finished the book, but I skipped this one chapter on storytelling. And I finally went back because I don't have any, like, and I was like, I had this story, and it's actually from, speaking of talking about it on the podcast, a story about like going to the doctor and stuff.
Okay.
And like, I had like kind of like a roadmap to a story, but I'm like, I just didn't want to put the work in or whatever. So I finally revisited that. And now like a couple weeks ago, did it at POV, but I also spent like a bunch of time like writing and then like just like, no, that's not unnecessary information. Like cut or whatever. Right. And eventually got to like it's around this. The shitty thing is like with the story thing, we're doing open mics to work shit out. So it's around like 4 minutes, which is the top, you know,
right.
That gives me either enough time or not enough time if I go to the Comedy Zone and we only get 3 minutes that night. I can't even do the story, but I have it shaved down pretty well. I did it once at POV and it did pretty well, especially for I didn't have any faith in it. So like I got it pretty tight for the most part as of right now.
Nice.
And then there was even like a couple tags that I didn't know. It was one of those where like I felt like somebody else had said it. It was a joke that like I thought I guess I made it up, but I thought that like Jackie had a bit that used like the same wording or whatever. And then I was at Phantom Power and she was there that night and I'm like, hell yeah. I'm just going to do the bit. I'm going to do the bit. And then later I asked her, I'm like, do you have like a part where you say that? She's like, no, I don't even know what you're talking. She's like, kinda, but not really. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's great that I don't have to like, cause I was like fully prepared to just scrap that punchline. Cause I didn't think, I was like, I think I'm ripping her off. I can't remember, but apparently I'm not. So that was good. But
I remember doing that with Neff. I don't even remember the joke at this point, but I was like, I could have sworn that he had.
Yeah, I guess we're just influenced by our peers, but
right.
But I was like, damn, I swear that's literally. I thought it was like verbatim something she said.
I'd rather be overly conscious of that than like oblivious.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, if I think it, I have to bring it up. And be like, bro, did I like? Do you have a joke like that? Like, I feel like this is just ripping off your bit.
Right.
It's been a couple times, and then if they're not around, I'll ask somebody else. Like, hey, does fucking Mike have a bit about this?
Exactly.
But.
I at the show up the street, like I said, I was a little more loose and I actually did like interact, like some of those like hypothetical questions where I just ask but don't actually engage, like actually like engage. There was trying to pick people out of the crowd. I was like, okay, there was one guy who looked like Arlie Ermy.
Yeah.
You know who that is, right?
No.
Full Metal Jacket, the drill sergeant, like the Private Pile, like
oh wait, the drill sergeant or Private Pile?
The drill sergeant.
Okay.
So there was a guy who looked like just like him, and like so I got
See,
the
I
point
can
like,
picture
hey,
Private
guy from
Pile, but I can't picture the drill sergeant.
really,
Yeah.
that's wild. But yeah, it was funny. He just looked exactly like him, and he like kind of rolled his eyes like he gets that all the time.
Oh, shit.
But like,
yeah, it's pretty distinct.
yeah,
look.
but it was. But I was just kind of happy with it. I don't have anything else to say beyond that. Just like,
Yeah.
it felt good to leave a performance happy with how I did. I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, not that that's crazy rare. I'm being a little self-deprecating, but
Well, you should be.
yeah.
Because you suck. No, I'm kidding. You should be. That's the better way to be. To hate if you don't kill.
Right. And it felt good to do it in my backyard too. So yeah.
Of course, that's the show that's great.
Right.
It can't be one that's 2 hours away where you get to feel good for 2 hours as opposed to you drove around the block 9 times just to get the most out of that drive home.
Yeah, that's I think about it for what I've been doing the last week or two since we were together. Yeah. Trying to think if anything else is going on. How much sleep do you get a night?
It depends on the night. I try to get like if I'm not doing, I always say this, if I'm not doing this or comedy, I'm going to bed. I'm aiming for like, I try to get to bed at around 8 hours because I try to hit that 7.5.
Alrighty.
I try to, because sleep cycles are an hour and a half.
Sure.
So 8 hours technically like fucks that up. So like I try to be in bed at 8 hours and then I'm like, all right, I'll take 30 minutes to go to sleep.
Alrighty.
But it usually doesn't take that long, so I'll stretch that. But then like if I'm out at the zone and if I have to work the next day, if I'm out, I might be out till 12 and then get to bed at 1 and then I have like 6 hours of sleep. It's where I take creatine right before bed and it fucking helps immensely. If you're sleep deprived, take creatine right before you go to bed.
I gotta try doing that again.
Yeah, you got to.
I wasn't doing it before bed. I was doing it like in the morning.
Yeah,
or whatever.
well,
like,
yeah, you gotta do the powder.
I think I was doing both. Yeah.
You gotta do that powder and then like 10 grams. 10 grams or whatever. Is it grams or micrograms? I forget. I think it's grams because it's like bigger serving. But yeah, the science is like 5, minimum 5, but you want like 10 baseline. And then I take 10 every day. I take 5 first thing not first thing, but after my coffee, I'll take 5 mixed with water, and then I put 5 more in with my protein shake that I take with me to work.
Alrighty.
And then if I know I'm not getting enough sleep, like tonight, I'm gonna take 5 grams right before bed.
Alrighty.
Which is sick because it doesn't like keep you up or anything.
Right.
So it's dope.
Right. Yeah, I get way less sleep than that.
Yeah.
But I
take naps, so that
true. I'll get like 3 or 4 hours at night, and then like an hour and a half or so in the afternoon.
you gotta get more sleep.
I know, and that's why I was asking, because I've never really been like a 8 hours.
Oh,
guy.
I've
Like,
been
my whole life. Like I would like stay up late and back when I was working the bagel shop, we'd like go, like we'd play shows, like be out, get home at 2, get back up to work at 6 and that kind of thing. But I saw something, and I'm not going to go to my phone and pull it up and waste another 10 minutes of the podcast, but this study that was saying it can maybe be more helpful for some people to have like 2 separate 4-hour sleeps. And I feel like, I don't know if my schedule would even allow that. To be able to like sleep 4 hours in the afternoon or so. It's just with a kid and everything, it's just not doable. But I feel like ideally, like say if we didn't have to work or all that kind of like, ideally just as a biological being, if I could sleep for like 4 hours in the afternoon, 4 hours at night, I feel like that would be my thing. I don't know.
I've always been like a 10 hour, like sleep. I sleep like a rock, and like when I'm all like, sometimes I'll sleep like I'll get like around 8 hours, but then I just keep hitting snooze, or I just don't even set an alarm and I sleep like till fucking 10 a.m. or something, like 9 a.m. or whatever. As I get older, it's actually a little bit better, which is not better because I don't get to just lay in bed all day like I did when I was like a kid or like whatever, young adult. But yeah, no, my happy place is just sleeping in bed all morning.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I could never take naps. So I just can't do that. It always like wrecks the rest of my day.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
I love a nap.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah,
obviously, if I'm not getting enough sleep at night, then
all of those, for every, as much, because I'm always into like biohacking type shit and all that stuff. For every, literally, I don't think I've found a single exception. For every health thing, food, diet, sleep schedule, for every single thing you can find evidence for and against it. I mean, I don't think there's a single, there's like nothing that there's unequivocal evidence that you should do one thing besides not drinking. Besides not drinking alcohol, that's the only thing that is.
I don't know, but then you see studies that say like a glass of wine or two, like every day.
True,
like, so
but those are pretty easily debunked. Now, one glass of wine, sure, but who stops it? Well, like I think Betty White had like one glass of wine or whatever, but like there's definitely those. There's some stuff like that, but like, yeah, no, you shouldn't drink every day. Like there's just no study that's like, yeah, you should drink every day. Like that just doesn't, there's no like solid evidence for that, but there's solid evidence for intermittent fasting and there's solid evidence for eating like small meals throughout your entire day. So like, who fucking knows, dude? That literally, no matter what, I guarantee you'll find like something for it and something against it that you should be the polar opposite. There's like vegans that are like, no, yeah, this is like, I have a vegan diet. I'm a fucking marathon runner. And then there's carnivores that only eat meat and they also have the exact same body, the exact same energy. So it's like, all right, so just nothing. It's just whatever
Nothing
works
matters.
for you. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's infuriating because I wish it was easier.
Right.
Because then I would just do whatever it tells me to do. Besides drinking, now it's all.
Yeah, I saw a study. Oh,
But then they say stress is like the worst thing ever for you. So if getting fucking turned up at the bar every weekend lowers your stress, that's probably the healthiest thing.
yeah.
So, I mean, not to say that you should get fucking wasted all the time, but if you have no stress in your life, it seems like that's a pretty solid one. Not being stressed out seems to be the move. So whatever you got to do to not be stressed out all the time.
I mean, it's a good thing we don't work
A stressful job.
which we technically don't. The job itself isn't stressful.
Yeah, it's not the
all the
job's
bullshit
fault.
around it.
It's
like
the red tape.
Yeah. If I could just show up and just do my job, that would be fucking wonderful.
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna start flipping a house.
Right. I only thought about that. Like I saw that study a while ago, and I was like, "That's a cool concept." Like 4 and 4, like and like napping.
Yeah, and then they'll say like
Speaking
the
of-
siestas, like, you know what I mean?
Right. I was. They brought that up too on Two Bears because Bert was going off about somebody. I don't know if he's an actor or whoever the fuck was going off about naps, like saying like, "Oh, I don't take naps. I'm an adult. You're like, if you didn't even take naps, you're a child," and that kind of thing. And I was like, I'm team nap. Like the I don't want to do their podcast, but that just made me think of that because I remembered that study about the 4 and 4.
I vaguely remember seeing that about somebody talking about naps like that. I can't remember. Yeah, it was like, I don't trust people who take naps. I kind of forget who, but yeah, you're right. That was like a viral, loose terms.
But I think that's bullshit. But the whole concept of the 4 and 4, and then I was trying to think of like, okay, what 4-hour range would I take? Like, if there was no job, you'd have a lot more freedom. But like, what would I do? Like 3 to 7.
Yeah, well,
and then 3 to 7, or like, how does that even work? But then like, doing shows like,
well, and that's another one like that's pretty much there's no study that says like, working out isn't good. Like there's those, it's like there's definitely studies of which way to work out, but none of them are like, yeah, you should just live a sedentary life. Like none of them
Move as little as possible.
No study says that shit. Not a single one. So there's certain things that are like, yes, of course, that's not, which is always stuff that we know. We know that we could use a run. I haven't worked out in over a week now. Feeling it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's all just whatever works for you. It just sucks that, in a perfect world, we wouldn't have jobs we could just figure out. And then same thing. Yeah. Same thing with, like I'm big on it. I don't always practice it because we just talked about sometimes I'll be out till God knows what time and then I'll get 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep. But there's a lot of like evidence to support that you should be with the circadian rhythm. So you should be getting up at sunrise and then going to bed at night, obviously. That one's kind of obvious, but then you hear...
But like right at sundown or like when at night? Just not when it's dark?
Yeah, just not late as hell.
Okay.
But you shouldn't be looking at screens after dark. That's like... I would love to. I was talking to.
Good luck with that.
I know. Well, exactly. Or blue light in general. So it's not even screens you got to worry about. It's these lights. It's LED lights. Apparently, there's a lot of, and it's impossible to do the studies. But there's a lot of stuff about like you shouldn't even use LED lights because apparently the LED lights. One of the things is that you can't tell by the naked eye, but there's like a flicker, and that like can fuck up your whatever. I don't even know that it's very convoluted, but like
sure.
Incandescent bulbs apparently are way better for your circadian rhythm and shit like that. So it's like, oh great, the things that they basically stopped making. Like that's awesome because they're cheaper to make. They're full of blue lights, which blue lights are bad for sleep. So yeah, it's just there's so much involved with everything. That's like
the flashing. I mean, like I don't. Well, I mean, there's screen refresh rate. That means like you're not seeing one continuous image, but like
the light, any lights. You know what I mean? Any LED lights.
But I mean, like if that was a thing, like going back, like TV used to be 24 frames per second because when you would record audio to TV, like it's SMPTE time code. It's like Society of Motion Picture Television Engineers or whatever. That's time code. So like. When you were watching TV, even us as young folks, it looks like a continuous image, but it's actually within 1 second flashing 24 different pictures.
Yeah, now what is it? With all these fucking all the new shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like games and that kind of, it's like like you see the refresh rate is like 60 or 120 even. But I don't know, is that actually...
Yeah, it's impossible.
Damaging? Is it even perceptible? I mean, it's not perceptible because you don't see the flash. But
well, it's not even so much. It's not like it's killing you, but it's not good for things like I said, your circadian rhythm, and like if you have sleep problems, that's probably why. You should be probably reading by candlelight at night, but instead we're on these screens, and that's why I try to wear the red light glasses. I wish that it was more popular. Because I don't, despite the fact that I do comedy and this podcast, I don't like attention. So so like if I had it my way, I'd probably be, I was just talking a while ago to like Drew and Craig Paul about this. Like if it wouldn't be such a conversation piece, you would see me after dark wearing red light glasses. I'd look like Rick Rubin, minus the beard and bald. I would be walking around with fucking red light glasses most nights after sundown, but I don't feel like talking about it because every fucking person. I want them to catch on so that I can wear them and nobody's like, why do you have red lenses?
You don't want to be the pioneer of this.
Yeah, I just don't want to have, because it's going to be I also don't have trouble sleeping, so like I'm not. If I really struggled with like insomnia, I would wear them, but I'm not incentivized to wear them all the time because I just don't want to have the conversation.
I did get, like, the last time I got glasses, it's like I don't know if it's a filter or whatever thing for blue light
blockers.
Yeah. I don't know how much that's helping, if at all, but
yeah. And I mean, if you paid good money for them, they're probably legit.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can just get them like off Amazon or whatever. But well, there's good shit on Amazon, but a lot of it's bad.
That's why I can look at a screen until 2 a.m. and then get up for work at 7.
Yeah, is that work? How's that working for you?
I've been on time recently.
That's not the problem. Problem is, you fuck being on time. You want to be healthy. You have energy. That's the problem. Fuck work. It's the last thing you need energy for. But yeah, no. At some point, I'll probably eventually bite the bullet and just start wearing them at night. But I just don't feel like it's also a distraction. It's like me going on fucking stage wearing red light glass. I feel like I have to write a bit about it. Just
you could take them off for a few minutes. I mean,
that's true.
It's only
yeah,
3
but
minutes.
Now, actually,
it's just
technically speaking,
the other 40 comics with 3 minutes are going to be talking about your classes.
No, and the problem is like, again, I wish I had good recall because I could recite the information, but looking at blue light, like a screen or a TV or like anything for even like 5 minutes can spike your cortisol in the evening. So even any of it is fucking up your sleep or whatever.
Right. And how are you not going to look at a screen? Like, it's impossible to.
Yeah. Well, you just wear the glasses, I guess. That would be the solution, or at least it would be helpful. And then also just not, I mean, we don't need to be on a phone. That's just like a behavioral thing that we could potentially not do, but it's hard, you know. That's why the red light glasses I have are prescriptions, so that if I stay up late playing video games, I can still see the TV well. And then I have the red light, but again, I don't wear them because I don't feel like talking to everybody about it. And again, I don't have trouble sleeping, so it's like it's not like my priority, but if I did, yes, I would wear that. I would be incentivized to fucking wear them all the time. Right.
For you, every district would be a red light district.
Yes.
I don't fucking know. I quit comedy. I quit.
But
speaking of after that, whatever that was, I did want to shout out Tony Knuckles of the Lunsby Show on their recent episode. It felt good that I was like, oh, I'm not the only one. They were 40 minutes into the episode, and he realized co-host Chick Brew was not being recorded.
Oh, no.
Or there's some kind of audio thing. And kudos, because he still put the episode out with the like blank space for her, and he marketed it as like, you know, you're the co-host. You know, you fill that spot or whatever, but it felt good that I was like, I'm not the only one. Yeah. Like, even a seasoned professional, like, that can happen sometimes. And it's kind of wild because I didn't really notice a difference in the episode. Just hearing him speak, but I'm kidding. You know, we love you. That was all just a setup for a joke. So yeah. But it was very funny. It happens.
Yeah. Well, and literally every single, especially with guests, because we use a wide angle lens for the guest, and I can't see that red light that I'm looking at right now. Right. Really sucks. It bothers me not having that, because if the red light's on, we're good.
Right. Maybe we should put a mirror on the other side of the wall so like you can see the red light.
I could technically turn the little the screen around, but I don't even know if I could see that from here. But yeah, it's an option. Right. Yeah, believe me, I've thought about it.
I was seconds away from recording Lennon or not recording Lennon last episode.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It just happens, but
yeah, it's where like a producer would be nice to just be there, fucking working the ones and twos, figuring all that shit out. But if you can like and subscribe, we can pay a producer to do this podcast.
Yeah, we're trying to leave the post office if possible. I don't. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
Any shows coming up? We're doing one on April 20th. I don't even know when the fuck this is coming out. Or is this coming out next week?
Oh, it is coming out next week, so we might have already done that show.
No, that's that Saturday.
Oh, no, we're good. So this Saturday, we'll be in Birdsboro. Yeah. 1075 show. It should be a fun time. I think it's in a fire hall. You can look at our social media and you'll see it. So.
Alrighty. Other than that, I think I got something with Earl in May, and
maybe
nothing
Harrisburg's.
else.
You signed up for Harrisburg's Hilarious.
I did.
Right?
I did.
I think I'm going to. I should.
I mean, at the very least, it's just a show with that many people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just, I'm not sweating the competition. I've lost enough to not really to not worry about it at this point. It's still wild to me that I only advanced the first time and not
It is
the
that's
other
funny. Same
times.
here. Right? Yeah, same with me.
I did bring the most people, not of anybody, the most people I've brought.
of the first time, yeah.
The first time, but I feel like this last time I brought some family, and it was just like, really, I don't know.
They voted for other people.
I feel like they did. I feel like they did. But I'm just like not even sweating that aspect of it. It's just like it's an opportunity to have that amount of people. I mean,
yeah, it's a fun show. So.
you know what I mean? Like, even though we're doing shows, this one at the very least is a guaranteed audience.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's all we really are looking for when, when we're doing this is like, are there going to be people there and are they going to want to laugh? And
they've all been fantastic shows, so it's at least worth doing. Yeah, I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna do it. Probably. And I'm about to go on like a week vacation here soon. I think 2 weeks from now, and then I mean, as of right now, like I said, I've been writing that stuff. I'm a little bit. I had fucking shit going on, so of course, as soon as I started to get charged up, I fucking didn't get to do anything I'm like, all right, great. Of course, as soon as I'm like feeling good about some new material, shit happens. But that's how it always works. But so by that time, I should be. I mean, I'm gonna like really. Again, whenever I take vacation, I try to like just check out and fucking do nothing. So I'm gonna take that rest, and then I'm probably gonna be doing spots before that anyway. But I might take some time and like try to get some stuff written and get ready to get back on the grind after the vacation. So we'll see how that goes. It shouldn't be a problem. I've a wealth of ideas that probably aren't funny to anybody but me. So and it'll immediately get crushed as soon as I take them to the stage. But we've been talking about getting more loose, so I'm trying to take some more half-baked shit to the stage.
Yeah, I might do one or two. If not, just do everything new. At least there's an actual audience to get a response from. So,
and as long as like I will, because I already have some new shit that I'm already I'm like just happy with, like a couple short jokes that I'm happy with, and then like I said, that story and stuff that I want to start working on more. And by the time the contest rolls around, I'm sure I'll be more charged up for that. So yeah, it'll be good.
Word.
Yeah. Thank you for listening.
And watching, hopefully.
Yeah, please watch. Please watch. You just you don't have to look at the screen. Just watch the YouTube.
All right, you already said you like Louis. All right, calm down. You don't have to keep asking him to watch. All right, see you next Thursday.
Take it easy.